fellow old schoolers. Today we have a real treat. It's prison versus prison, combo dreams versus Winter-Geddon. And the composition A that we have seen on this channel from time to time utilizes the Underworld Dreams as a part combo, but the deck we're going to see here is all in on this. That means it has no creatures at all. Its only damage source is strictly the Underworld Dreams. And then it uses all kinds of board state wipes like Armageddons, Wrath of God, red for fireballs, lightning bolts, and it utilizes black for the Abyss and white for Moat, I think. I think it's four colored, the one we're going to see here. It's white, black, red. No, that's about it. Three colored, I think. I haven't seen the games yet, but and I don't know the player of the Dreams combo deck, but it is not a common tournament deck, though it can be rather lethal, especially against blue controlish decks that relies on a lot of draw power in order to win the game. It will usually pack 4 Underworld Dreams. It will use Wheel of Fortune, obviously. Sometimes blue power like Time Twist and Sorcery called Brain Geyser. And if you go all in, you use Winds of Change just to keep on cycling the cards and Howling Mines. And I think this deck is all in. So no creatures for it, just a lot of combos and a lot of board wipes. Its opponent, we've seen that from time to time. It was the finalist, the Winter-Geddon was the finalist of the Dominia-Day tournament. It's a solid deck, but it's not a usual tournament deck either. It's only white and green, so there's no blue, and it uses a lot of elves and Birds of Paradise aside from Moxen to gain non-land mana. Then it plays with 4 Armageddons just to keep on destroying the board, and Winter Orbs and Icy Manipulators to freeze the mana down. And the Icy Manipulator can be used to tap the opponent's lands onto a Winter Orb. That means he'll never actually get an untapped land, not in his main phase anyway. Or it can be used to tap your own Winter Orb, and then you gain an untapped phase. And while you untap your Winter Orb and your Icy Manipulator, it's still online in the opponent's turn. So I don't know if any one of them plays with Black Wise. If they do, this is going to be huge, because there's a lot of Howling Mines, there's a lot of mana destruction, things that freeze the board state, things that destroy all creatures. So I'm predicting they'll have a bunch of cards in hand. It's going to be hard to get anything down. Yeah. As for the matchup in general, it's hard to say. It's not a common matchup, this one. I'll predict that in the first match, the Dreams combo will probably have the advantage. And this is because the Winter-Geddon plays with Swords of Plowshares, and there'll be dead draws against this creatureless Dreams combo deck. Also, the Winter-Geddon plays with Seven Libraries, and they will be countered rather heftily by the 4 Underworld Dreams. But it's not a given. I mean, the Winter-Geddon deck plays with Disenchants, and he has means to get rid of those Underworld Dreams. He just needs to wise up as fast as possible to what he's against here and save those Disenchants for the Underworld Dreams. That will be key. If he can get rid of those, the Dreams combo deck will be screwed. He'll have very few methods of doing damage. He'll only have the odd fireball or lightning bolt. So he needs to save the Disenchants, ignore everything else, just get those Underworld Dreams out of the way, and the game will be his. He has a lot of mid-range creatures like Erhnam-Geddon, Sushis, Sarah Angels to finish the game. So if you can get those out, I suppose he could close the game rather early, but there is a lot of creature hate in the Dreams combo deck. So especially in the first match, he's going to have his work cut out for him, the Winter-Geddon. Yeah, so slight advantage for the first round to Dreams combo is my prediction. After sideboard, all bets are off. We'll get back to that analysis in between the sets, between the rounds. So let's get it on. And the Dreams combo is suitably on the left here on that Demonic Tutor playmat. And we have the white playmat for the white and green Winter-Geddon here. Here's his hand. Land text, Llanowar Elves, a couple of Swords to Plowshares, and an Erhnam-Geddon, a single forest, and a plains. I think that's a keeper, even though there's not a lot of tempo in it. There's that land text and an elf to gain further mana, and he can protect himself. He doesn't know what he's against here, so he would think those Swords to Plowshares are great as an opening defensive mechanism, but yeah, there are no creatures, so they're dead. Okay, Fireboarding the Llanowar Elf immediately as a land text. And a Mox Emerald on the side of the Dreams combo here. Drew into a Mind Twist though. Oh, he can play one more land before the land text is activated. Plays a Chaos Orb right here. That's a glare, but I watched it in slow motion. That's a Chaos Orb. Okay, Sorrowing coming out. And Erhnam-Geddon heading the table very fast here. Scrubland, drew into a Scrubland here, so perhaps he has Swords to Plowshares. Time will tell. It's a big fat beater though, it can't easily be bolted out. Mind Twisting his hand, that's the 2 Swords to Plowshares. He must be pretty annoyed by that. That was a very meek harvest for the Dreams combo here. But remember, both decks, they don't know what each other plays. There's an Abyss though, so now he has control. The Erhnam-Geddon goes screaming into the void in the upkeep of the Erhnam-Geddon here. So, yeah. I wonder how fast the Winter-Geddon will wise up to what he's against here. It could be robots at this point, and it could be... There's a Winds of Change, that's a giveaway. For perhaps the Dreams combo deck. Very few decks besides the Dreams combo play with Winds of Change. There is a land text deck that does so. Okay, Winds of Change being played. He had a Recall and a Regrowth in hand, but he wanted something different, I suppose. Okay, it's a Spell Blast on his hand there, so he does play with blue as well. Howling Mine getting out. Okay. Really just setting the game off here. Drawing 2 cards for the Winter-Geddon. He'll recuperate that Mind Twist pretty fast. It has no bearing on this game as he only lost those Swords to Plowshares anyway. It did reduce what cards he would gain from the Winds of Change though. And 2 lands on the side of the Dreams combo and 3 lands on the side of the Winter-Geddon. So that land text is pretty... can't really be used here. Something big. That's an Armageddon. First Armageddon out of the Winter-Geddon deck here, but there are a bunch of Moxen on the side of the Dreams combo. Another Mox. Dark Ritual. Oh, that's an Underworld Dreams. Now, actually that Armageddon was pretty dangerous to play there. Oh, now he... Yeah, okay, that's a good play. That's a funny way to do it. He's from a different playgroup than I know. Very, very different way to flip that Chaos Orb. Never seen that before. Very aggressive downwards flip there. Anyway, Dark Ritual into Underworld Dreams is a Howling Mine out. The Armageddon has just been cast, and now the Sol Ring is gone. This is really bad. At least he drew into a forest. He needs some mana creatures here. There's also that Abyss out, actually. So it's a complete prison lockdown here. Sylvan Library won't do him much good against that Underworld Dreams. And 2 Ivory Towers on the line. Okay, I didn't know he played with that. Pretty nifty. As he'll get a lot of cards from those Howling Mines, so he can regenerate. And he won't play any lands. Won't play any more lands than the Winter-Geddon has out. He doesn't need to. So that land text won't be activated in this game, I think. He can just sit back and watch the Winter-Geddon's nightmares tear him apart from those underworld dreams, and that abyss will keep him safe. Now we can just recuperate card in hand, putting down a single City of Brass, probably to use that spell blast if needs be, and just, yeah, the other guy is locked in. It's a really shocking change here, that right after the Armageddon he could Dark Ritual the Underworld Dreams out. So the Armageddon really worked against the Winter-Geddon here, but he couldn't know. He couldn't have known at this point, but now he knows. He knows what he's against. He needs a disenchant ASAP to remove that Underworld Dreams. At 12 life though. But Dreams combo is really secure here. There's a power sink on his hand. He can just, yeah, get more cards and... okay, he chooses to play his stuff. Okay, he could sit back with those 2 ivory towers and just relax, gain life. But I suppose he needs those power sinks and spell blast online as much as possible. He has 1 of each. And there's 2 points of damage a turn on the Winter-Geddon here from the Howling Mine Underworld Dreams combo. It's in a lock. Remember, there's that abyss out as well. So we need all the disenchants in the world from the Winter-Geddon here to make this one happen. Okay, strip mining the City of Brass, I suppose that makes sense. I'm not really sure what he should disenchant here. If it's an Underworld Dreams on Abyss, there is a disenchant actually. Getting spell blasted here. Okay, yeah, it's the Underworld Dreams he's going for here. So important. Regrowthing the disenchant. Okay, but he can't play it again, so he needs to wait a turn here. He can cast it in his upkeep though, before he takes damage from the Underworld Dreams. Okay, his opponent passes the turn back. Okay, he could, this is a small mistake, he could untap and then disenchant again before the Underworld Dreams took effect. Minor thing, but everything counts here. Oh, another spell blast. He actually had 2 spell blasts though. So defending that Underworld Dreams is key, but Winter-Geddon knows what he's up against now. Trying to do everything he can, and as Sushi, the Abyss won't touch that Sushi. It only works on living creatures. Strip mine. He'll probably keep that back in order to stop Mithras factories. Okay, something big here. That's at 5 mana. Oh, it's an earthquake for 5. Doing 5 points of damage to both players and destroying the Sushi. Oh, he's at 2 points of life here. I think that's game. He needs a miracle here, Winter-Geddon, in order to survive. 1 more draw step and he's gone. That's a disenchant though. Underworld Dreams getting removed. Okay, so he's alive by hanging on by the skin of his teeth at this point. Mox Emerald, Bird of Paradise. Okay, so he can sacrifice a bird to the Abyss and then get in with the Erhnam-Geddon for a single turn, and he needs to work fast here. Okay, that's a bolt. That's game. Turn 1. What a match. That Armageddon really sealed the deal, and then Dreams combo just got complete control. So we'll have a quick halftime break here. Let these guys sideboard and we'll be straight back to the action. So yeah, pretty decisive match, this first one. Not a lot Winter-Geddon could do after that Armageddon was cast. It was lights out when the Underworld Dreams hit the table with that Dark Ritual. So, but he knows what he's up against now, and I took the time to go over the camera as it was recording how these guys sideboarded. I haven't had a chance to talk to either of them, but in slow motion I saw that the Dreams combo, he took out his Armageddons, which makes sense. He knows he's against an archetype now that works around Armageddon as a combo piece, so why use them yourself, right? He doesn't have the amount of extra mana as the Winter-Geddon does. So he took those out, and then he put in some artifact destruction, namely 1 shatter and 1 detonate, as far as I could see in the slow motion. I think the Winter-Geddon, he opted for some artifact removal as well, Divine Offering, and I think some more aggressive creatures. They look like Juggernauts, actually. And it makes sense, because he's up against Abyss, and the Abyss won't touch him, those artifact creatures, and he needs to punch in fast. Try to overwhelm the creature destruction of the Dreams combo here, and get in with his creatures. It's his best bet. The problem with the Juggernaut is that 3 in toughness. We know that the Dreams combo plays with lightning bolts. So this is round number 2. I can't predict who has the advantage here. Winter-Geddon knows what he's up against. He needs to disenchant those Underworld Dreams. That's key. And then use the Divine Offering on whatever artifacts he needs. And he has shifted creatures to more artifact creatures. So lucky for him that he had a lot of those in his sideboard. Unlucky for him that the the Dreams combo has just sideboarded a bunch of more artifact destruction in. So yeah, we'll see what will happen. This is round number 2 of this Prison versus Prison. And both sides are electing to keep their hand here, and Winter-Geddon is obviously on the play as he lost the previous round. Starting off with a mana bird, not too shabby at all. Okay, strip mining his Savannah. Bunch of Moxen, a lot of Moxen on the side, and a Howling Mine on the side of the Dreams combo here. So an action-packed game straight from the get-go. A lot of draws here. And he has a lot of mana on his side, the Dreams combo, so it makes sense. He can cast most of what you want. He can't really mana starve his opponent though under that Howling Mine. And I'm curious to see whether any one of them will play Black Wises. I think that would be a key card in this particular matchup, where you just draw a lot of cards and the mana base is getting nuked from time to time. There's a Plains from Winter-Geddon here. Sol Ring, okay, a lot of explosive mana passing the turn, okay. Passes the turn right back, just a plateau. Didn't he have a Sol Ring in hand? It looks like it. Chooses not to play it though. If it is a Sol Ring, it's hard to see from this angle. Okay, Icy Manipulator coming out. Another Plains passing the turn. Okay, he's tapping his Howling Mine. I'm not sure you can do that, because you will tap it before it's his turn, then it's up in his untap phase again. He'll just untap it now. Yeah. And if he taps it after his untap phase, oh yeah, he could do that. Then neither of them will get cards from that Howling Mine, I suppose. Okay, yeah. He wanted to put a break on his opponent and himself here, but I don't know. He probably recognizes that Howling Mine is a combo piece. Dark Ritual into Mind Twist here. Oh, shit. Okay, that's an Armageddon and a Winter-Orb. It's a gut punch. This is not good. And he actually tapped that Howling Mine. So he won't even recuperate. What? Now he untaps it. I have no idea what's going on. He shouldn't be untapped if he has tapped the Howling Mine after the other guy's untap phase. Does help the Winter-Geddon a bit here as he gets another card, but losing all those creatures. Now he taps the Howling Mine again. You can't do this. Okay, detonating the Icy. Now we don't have to look at that anymore. 4 points of damage here. But you can't tap an opponent's Howling Mine like that. Or you couldn't do that in you can tap your own Howling Mine, but you can't tap the other one because it will just untap and be used, or you can tap it after the untap phase, but then neither player will gain benefit from it. So that combination where only you gain benefit from it only works if you have control of the Howling Mine and the Icy Manipulator. Anyway, disenchanting the Howling Mine and an Erhnam-Geddon here surprises me a bit. I would have kept those disenchants in hand for the Underworld Dreams, but I suppose he wants to go in now and doesn't want his opponent to get too many answers. That's the Underworld Dreams though. But he doesn't want him to draw too many answers here, so destroying the Howling Mine and trying to ride the game home with that Erhnam-Geddon. Taking a point of damage from the Dreams. Now the big question is, will the Erhnam-Geddon get in? Yeah, it will. No Source to Plowshares. Okay. Strip mining. That's a bit of a risk. It makes sense, but it's a bit of a risk. It could be Maces of Ith on the other side. I think I would have kept it in hand. Especially since the Dreams combo has so many pieces out. Oh, another, that's a Sushi. He might run him down here. That's a moat though. Okay, saved by the bell. The waters of that moat will keep all the monsters back for now. Land tax coming out. Both players having 2 lands. Third land being played from the Dreams combo now. He can activate the land tax if he is if he has the presence of mind to notice this. What's happening here? Time twisting, okay. So, getting all that stuff back into the graveyard. Oh yeah, and he takes 7 points of damage from that Underworld Dreams. Ah, yeah, the Winter-Geddon is down to 6 points of life here, being held back by that mode. He can draw into his disenchants though, he's getting them right back. But he's dangerously low on life, the Winter-Geddon here, after that Underworld Dreams Time Twister combo. So he needs to, yeah, everything is hanging in the balance here. If he can get that moat away, that's 9 points of damage in one attack. So yeah, the Time Twister is actually a bit of a risk to play again. I'm not sure there are any blue mana left for the other guy to counter. Here he can tutor though, he hasn't finished his phase yet. Okay, that's game. Wow. He could actually play that Winds of Change, and it'll do 7 points of damage again to the Winter-Geddon deck here. So really, really brutal. Running him straight down with that combination of Underworld Dreams, Winds of Change, Time Twister. And I suppose the Winter-Geddon didn't draw into a disenchant there. Otherwise, he actually had 2 mana sources untapped and 2 white mana sources, a Mox in the Plains. So he could, as a fast effect, have disenchanted the Underworld Dreams, and the Winds of Change would do him no harm, life point wise. But the way he just threw down his cards and gave the other guy his hand. So I suppose that was just it. He saw the Winds of Change getting played and couldn't do anything about it. If he had any kind of instance, or a couple of instances to play, he would gain less cards from the Winds of Change, and that would perhaps make him survive as well. Anyway, I think these guys are setting up for a bonus match here, so let's just sit back and watch another one. But the set is complete. Dreams combo have won it 2-0 from this player that I don't know, from a playgroup that I don't know. Let's see if Winter-Geddon can play for honor here. It is the finalist of Dominia-Day here, so he has some reputation to play for, I suppose. Okay, starting off with a land tax, no lands. That's pretty cheeky. Now the other guy, he won't play any lands either, because it's a waiting game. Now I can play a single land. If Dreams combo get out any more lands than the land tax owner, he'll activate the land tax. Okay, needed that green mana, I suppose. Getting out a bird, getting immediately bolted by the Dreams combo deck here. Still, it's a waiting game. Who will blink first? Who will be the first to play a land? Again, I can't help but thinking, how would Black Wises do in this Winter-Geddon setup? I mean, in this situation, playing a Black Wise would be so, disrespectful. So if you're sort of forcing the opponent to play his land, and then you can activate the land tax yourself. Dark Ritual into Demonic Tutor. So personally, I'm a big fan of Black Wise when you go with the prison decks, but I don't have a ton of experiences with it in old school. I played a lot of prison back in '95 in tournaments, but back then we had Sewer Orb and balance and stuff like that. I think I actually played a Sewer Orb deck with 4 balances at some point. That was just broken. It was nuts. But yeah, old histories, old stories from back then. But I played tournaments back since I was a kid in '94. Anyway, tutoring for the Ivory Tower. So that's a reverse Black Wise actually. It's a pretty good idea. Now I can just say, I won't play any land, but I'll heal up until you commit to the board, Mr. Winter-Geddon. That's a very, very good play, I think. Now I can just sit there. Refuse to let the other guy get any use out of his land tax, and the more the Winter-Geddon waits playing a land, the more life the Dreams combo will accumulate here. So Black Lotus still refusing to play a land. Now discarding a Source to Plowshares. This is a weird matchup. They are main deck against main deck here. They have taken out their sideboards, obviously, because the Winter-Geddon has those Source to Plowshares in his deck. Now he finally commits. Good play. Dust to Dusting. The Black Lotus and the Ivory Tower. They're removed from the game. So he plays with the main deck Dust to Dust, but it makes sense in a setup like his where he uses Armageddons. Chaos Orb coming out. He's still reluctant to play too much here. Okay, so that looks like an Erhnam-Geddon. Okay, it's a Sushi though. That's fine. Now he's on the attack. And he can't really fireball it, even though he has a fireball in hand, but he can only fireball for 3 at the moment since he lost that Black Lotus. Another Ivory Tower hitting the table here. Passing the turn back. Punching him for 4 with that Sushi. I don't really think that the Dreams combo deck, I don't think he plays with any Swords to Plowshares. He has white in it probably for the balance, because he doesn't play any creatures, so balance is brutal in such a setup. And a decent chance. He also has a moat. Perhaps he's reluctant to give the other guy any life with the Swords to Plowshares. Okay, using the Strip Mine here. Really considering something. They call the judge. I don't know. Chooses not to. Playing another Sushi. Okay, mid-range engine up and running. And even if Dreams combo gets an Abyss out, it won't help him. But he can get a moat out. So he destroys his City of Brass, I think. Oh, he missed with that flip. That's brutal. Losing the City of Brass. That's well, it happens from time to time, but that's a Wheel of Fortune. He needs to draw some answers here. Armageddon and a Juggernaut. I think, yeah, I don't think he plays with Maces of Ith either, the creatureless deck here. Dreams combo. So another 8 points of damage here. He could have played a land though. I don't think he had played a land. And he needs 5 mana as fast as possible. Now he can't do it in time. Oh, almost can't do it in time. Disenchanting the Ivory Tower. So no life for him. Did have a shatter though. Ancestral Recall. It makes sense to play it before you commit to anything else. Okay, got a Sol Ring out of his trouble. And there's a shatter. Yep. Moving one of the sushis. And a full hand. He's a bit mana screwed though. I only have those 2 Badlands and a Mox Sapphire. Sushi coming over for another friendly poke for 4 points of damage here. Icy Manipulator getting out. Now in his untap phase, yeah, he can... Yeah, the Ancestral Recall has already been used. So yeah, it's a good pick, taking out the Sol Ring. Just needs to remove his ability to fireball them out, or detonate them out. Ritual into Untold Dreams and then Time Walking. Nicely done. It's a Howling Mine. He needs a way to get rid of that sushi though. 7 points of life. 8 points of life left, I think. So that's 2 attacks from that sushi and then it's Curtain Call. He has a recall in hand. I suppose he could recall the Shatter. But he can't... yeah, it would be nice to get the Wheel of Fortune as well. Recalling. Oh, it's an aggressive play. My god. Okay, he just... yeah, screw it with that sushi. I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to recall the Wheel of Fortune. Cast that, do 7 points of damage to my opponent and hope to draw into some kind of answer here. Really high risk, high reward play. And then passing the turn. So Winter-Geddon seems to be forgetting to take a point of damage here from his draw step from that Untold Dreams. 13 points of life left. There is... yeah, I don't think he did. Now disenchanting the Underworld Dreams. He's back to 4 life. And now Winter Orbing him. This is mean. Getting out a bird as well. So the other guy, he can't really... and then tapping his City of Brass, doing a point of damage to him. He's at 3 points of life. Can only untap a single land. Yeah, he took a point of damage from that tapped City of Brass there. Time Twister. Doing... no, okay, there's no Untold Dreams now. That would have been brutal, though. It kind of makes you want to brew something like this. A pure Dreams combo deck. With all the bells and whistles. It looks fun. But, yeah, no Untold Dreams out now, so he's just doing this as an act of desperation. He needs to draw into a Shatter or something here. Let's see if he can make it work. He's really in the lock here with the Winter Orb, Icy Manipulator, Big Beater against him. But first things first, he needs to get rid... Dark Red Shore needs to get rid of that sushi. Detonating it for 4 points of doing 4 points of damage to his opponent. Bam. Now in his next untap phase, Dreams combo should not untap his City of Brass. Just keep it. Keep your head down. City of Brass. Otherwise, the other guy will just tap it with his Icy Manipulator and just keep on poking him with it. So he needs to untap a Badlands, and then he still has access to his Moxen, at least. Blue and white Mox. And the Sol Ring, so it's not all bad. But he's at 3 life here. Those detonates are pretty good in this matchup. Okay, disenchanting something. Yeah, taking out his Sol Ring, I suppose that makes sense. An argument could be made to take out the Pearl or the Sapphire, just to screw him from a single color. But hitting him for volume of mana is also viable. Chaos Orb, yeah, what to pick here? Both are viable targets. Taking the Ice Manipulator, that's fair. Let's see if this new way of doing it actually works. No, he doesn't do so. Wait, what? He has something else in mind. Keeps it untapped. Oh yeah, I suppose he could. Yeah, he'd probably take the Winter Orb at the end step of his opponent, thereby cheating him out of an untapped phase. And the Winter-Geddon knows this, so he just taps his own Winter Orb. Thereby, he gains an untap. He gains his untapped phase still. Okay, so seeing that, he elects to take the Icy now. Did that flip in the air? Hang on. And yeah, it did. I just checked it in super slow motion. It did flip. It's just hard to see in this speedy setting. So yeah, the choice makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, taking out the Icy, that's fine. Has a Juggernaut. That's okay. He has a Lightning Bolt in hand. Regrowthing the Sushi? No. Regrowthing something else. It was a Disenchant. Okay. Now disenchanting a Sapphire. He really has him in a lock here. Then this is really exciting. He bolts the Juggernaut, then bolts the player. At 6 points of life here. Getting down a Strip Mine. He's under the lock of the Winter Orb. But if he has a Wheel of Fortune in hand, if he can get down a Undual Dreams, that's game with that Wheel of Fortune. But he plays it here, just hoping to draw into some more burn, I suppose. He knows he's the only guy that plays with burn. The other guy doesn't have red. So I think he hopes here to just get in, draw into a lot of burn spells and just burn the other guy out. He needs 2 bolts more. Jet coming out, and he also plays with fireballs and detonates and all sorts of ways to be able to do 6 points of damage here. Though it's far from a stable way, it's his best bet, so the wheel makes sense, I think. Tutoring here, perhaps going for a detonate. Detonating the Winter Orb could be rather nifty. Doing 2 points of damage and getting rid of it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Depends on what he has. If he has a method of making the killing move here, that would be better, of course. Okay, he takes... I really can't see what that is. Pretty exciting. Passing the turn. He doesn't put it up, so it's an unknown card laying there on the table. I put it up. What was it? I can't see. It's a balance, I think. But he doesn't have a white mana. Okay, he could obviously tap his City of Brass. It's probably just to get rid of any creatures that's getting used now. Dust to dusting his artifact mana here. Such a brutal card in this archetype. Eating up all his alternative mana sources, making that Winter Orb lock even more efficient. And then some mana elves to finish the game. But he can balance now. There's a fireball, he can save up for that. after the balance, I suppose. There's a balance. So removing all 3 creatures. Removing a bunch of lands, and probably some cards in hand as well. Or maybe, I'm not sure. That's a bunch of lands getting their indestructed out there. Epic match, this one. Passing the turn right back. Oh yeah, they're counting up their cards. He's got 6. Oh, okay, he needs to discard some cards because the Erhnam-Geddon had fewer cards in hand. It's okay, discarding the Spell Blast and some other stuff. Probably keeping the Fireball in hand, hoping to make the final poke with that. Now, the real danger is, will there come a big beater now? No, it's an Icy Manipulator. But a single Sushi or an Erhnam-Geddon or something like that will kill him. Okay, as he drew into a mana, that'll make the killing move that turn faster here. Now he can Fireball for 2. No, he's using mana here. Winds of Change, okay. That surprises me a bit. Oh yeah, he has to do it because the other guy can just keep on tapping his lands with that Icy Manipulator. So he won't be able to save up for the Fireball anymore. He needs to hope for some bolts or shatters or detonates. Something. Perhaps some artifact mana. Okay, so he taps the Winter-Orb before it's his turn. The Winter-Geddon, so now he has a complete untap phase here with that Winter-Orb Icy Manipulator combination I talked about at the introduction of this match. As a Juggernaut. Yeah, pretty good. Does he have a lightning bolt? He does. Amazing. Now tapping his only untapped land here with the Icy Manipulator. And yeah, he can tap a land each turn this way with just one of his artifact manas. Now, Divine Offering on the final artifact mana source of the Dreams combo. Yeah, can this... Tapping the bands, he's in the lock. The Dreams combo is in the lock here. I wonder what he can do here. But the moment there's a creature hitting the table, it's game. Okay, he concedes here. Being at 2 life points and being locked out of mana. Got a bolt there though, but I suppose time is of the essence as well. Time's up and they need to move on before the clock runs out. And there was like a slim to none chance for him getting back into the game. He was just waiting for the killing blow, lying there on the chopping block. So Winter-Geddon reclaimed some of his, I suppose, his lost honor here, reducing the defeat to a 2-1. But in this tournament, it still counts as a 2-0 in terms of positioning in the Swiss. So yeah, the Dreams combo player that I don't know will continue up through the ranks, and I don't know if we'll see more of him later on the SD card or in the top 8. Time will tell, I suppose. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.